some of these trends I just think are so ridiculous. I think they're calling it free the nipple. Like, I won't be doing that. Let's talk about fall fashion trends, and particularly the ones I won't be partaking in. I'm on day 3 of my breast reduction surgery recovery, so I can't do all the try-ons and all of the things that I normally do. So I've had a lot of time on my hands, and I've been looking at a lot of articles on fall fashion trends. There's a bunch of them out there, and so I picked and chose a few of the trends that I just think are kind of ridiculous, and those are the ones I'm going to be talking about today. So let's jump right into the first one. So I shared a post this week on YouTube asking you guys, will you be wearing Mary Janes this fall? They are coming back as a major shoe trend. I have never been a fan of them. I won't be purchasing any. And the majority of you said, heck no, I'm not going to be wearing Mary Janes. I just don't think they're flattering. They're chunky, and I just don't think that they look good. They look really juvenile to me, like schoolgirlish, and I don't think it is really a sophisticated look. That's just my opinion. And by the way, all of these are just my opinion. So it's okay if you disagree, or if you love some of these trends, go for it. This video is all in fun and just kind of sharing my opinions on some of these with you. But like I said, most of you agreed that this was not a trend you were going to be following this year. Instead, I will stick to more of a classic pointy-toe sling-back type of shoe. I think that's classic and timeless. Really pairs well with anything. And it looks very sophisticated and polished, and that's what I'm sticking with. The next one I'm going to talk about is the one that's like the 80s nostalgic type look, where you think about power suits and big shoulder pads in bold colors, geometric prints, really loud colors. And I'll show you a few examples on the screen of what this kind of looks like. I'm not interested in going back to the 80s especially for style. It was probably iconic in its time, but a lot of these trends really don't fare well or speak to someone who is petite, or if you have a petite frame. Like big, bold, geometric prints, or any kind of big print on someone who is petite, is really overwhelming on our frame. Also, shoulder pads, like big shoulder pads, I'm not a real big fan of. I think those are also overwhelming on a petite frame. And just those loud colors, the purples and the greens and the yellows, it's just not very classic to me. So I think this is going to come in and it's going to go out, and then you're going to have these pieces in your closet, and then you'll be doing like I did the other week. Then you'll be cleaning your closet out, getting rid of all of this stuff probably in a year. So I will be sticking to my wide leg trousers, my straight leg pants, my boot cut jeans, all of the things that have really stood the test of time. I have trousers and blouses and button-ups that I've had for years and still wear them. So those are the kind of pieces that I will be sticking to instead of some of these crazy trends. Before I go on to the next trend, I would love it if you would hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my small channel, and I thank you so much for doing that. The next trend I'm not a fan of either, and it is this idea of a leather head to toe. So leather on leather on leather. I'll show some examples on the screen of what this kind of looks like. In my opinion, I just think it's too much. It's too much of a good thing. I think you can rock really well one pair of leather trousers or a nice leather blazer, but just leather head to toe is very overwhelming. It kind of looks cheap to me. I don't know about you guys. I'm curious what you guys think of these trends too. So definitely leave comments down below on some of these that I'm talking about. And it's okay if you disagree with me. I would love to hear that too. But back to the leather. I just think it's too much. It's kind of like denim on denim. To me, I don't like that either. I think it's just way too much. So I still have leather trousers in my closet. I've got leather leggings. I have a leather blazer and a couple of other things. So I will continue to wear those things, just not all at once. The next trend I want to talk about is oversized outerwear. So think oversized blazers, oversized overcoats. Oversized puffer jackets. Again, these do not speak to a petite frame and is not something I think I could pull off personally. I also just don't like that oversized look. I've talked in other videos about oversized blazers where I think they look fantastic on other people, but I've tried it a couple of times and it just never worked on me. So I will be sticking to more tailored jackets, more tailored blazers, and things that really complement my size more than an oversized jacket. I think any blazer or wool coat or trench coat, anything that is tailored and it looks a little bit more polished, I think is a much better look. I think there's a point with oversized outerwear that it just looks sloppy. So that's what I'll be sticking to. Okay, the next one is bold statement jewelry. So I'll show a couple examples of what this is going to look like. I have in the past had bigger, bolder statement pieces. There was definitely a time where I was kind of into that, but over the last few years, I'm much more into daintier, more delicate necklaces and maybe even layered necklaces and smaller bracelets and rings. For me, I think it's more flattering, and the bigger, chunkier jewelry pieces, they're just too loud. They're just too loud. I don't care for them. But that doesn't mean that you guys can't wear them. If you love them, definitely rock it. Just sharing my opinion on that. And maybe I will change my mind down the road if I see some that I just really like and that I think are maybe worth the investment. But for right now, I'm sticking with my delicate jewelry. One of my favorite places to get some of my jewelry is Uncommon James. It's a company that is owned by Kristen Cavallari. If you haven't checked her website out for her jewelry, you should check it out, especially if you like the more delicate type jewelry. She does have a line that is very affordable. I have several pieces from her and they all layer together really well, and it's just really, really pretty, in my opinion. And there's a couple other things that I'll just briefly mention. Some of these trends I just think are so ridiculous. From a runway perspective, I realize that those are not pieces that you and I would probably wear every day. So I know that they do take them down, a lot of these trends down to a level where they are wearable every day. I've heard people talk about this on YouTube a lot. I think they're calling it free the nipple. Like, really, I won't be doing that. And then some of the mesh or like the underwear or like no bottom type of look. I don't know anybody that will be partaking in that trend. If you guys are, please let me know how you pull that off. I cannot imagine, even with my breast reduction and the girls are kind of back where they're supposed to be. Like, I'm definitely not trying to show off any nipples. It's ludicrous. I don't understand, but I don't know, I'm not 20 anymore. Maybe if I was 20, that's something that I would do, but not at this age. This girl, nope, those are going to stay covered up. Same with the bottomless trend. Yeah, that would never work for me at any age, I don't think. So that's it for the ones that I wanted to mention. I wanted to quickly mention the jacket that I'm wearing. Last week, I featured a jogger set from Albion Fit. And I had mentioned in that video that I went back and purchased the bomber jacket. And that is what I'm wearing today with the jet setter pants. It has these lovely details on it in the zipper. I think it's such a cute jacket. And I'm sitting out here on my deck wishing that it was fall. But unfortunately, I think we have a few more weeks of this hot weather, and it's still a little bit early in the morning, so I'm not terribly hot, even though I do have this jacket on, but I just wanted to show it to you guys since it did come in. It didn't come in time for last week's video, so I'll link it down below in case you're interested. Please reach out in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions on some of these trends. If there's one I didn't mention that you think is really a standout trend or something that's ridiculous, let me know about those too. I'm so curious what you guys think, so leave a comment. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.